These are radio's hottest hits from 40 to number 1. I'm Kasem. You're hearing them, the biggest hits of the week.
Number 27.
Moving up 3 notches is Coldplay, who say they experienced a growth spurt on their new album, A Rush of Blood to the Head. Chris Martin says, quote, "You'll recognize it as being us, but it's more energetic and upbeat and confident. We've grown as people and as musicians," unquote. A touch more mature, here's Coldplay with Clocks.
The lights go out and I can't be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against.
American Top 40.
Well, now we're up to the band whose leader says his music is a perfect reflection of his own life, a combination of arrogance and paranoia. In interviews, Chris Martin swings between the two emotions like a pendulum. On the one hand, he says, quote, "I'm a tremendously arrogant young man. I believe in my band to a ridiculous extent. There's a part of every singer that believes what he's doing is the best ever," unquote. In the next breath, Chris might describe how he's terrified of dying and fearful of losing his hair. And then he's sure that everything he says is, quote, "terrible nonsense." He says it's helpful to have a mixture of arrogance and paranoia. If we were all paranoid, we'd never leave the house. If we were all arrogant, no one would want us to leave the house. Unquote. And as many critics have pointed out, it's what Chris calls his obsessions that give Coldplay's songs their edge. Songs like the one that this week climbs a notch to 23 on American Top 40. Well, now we're up to an American Top 20 Extra by Coldplay, a smash inspired by the telephone directory. Chris Martin says, quote, "There's no logical explanation for where many of my songs come from. Sometimes I'm just looking around my house and I find a song," which is what happened in the case of the song Yellow. Chris says, "I was sitting in my writing room and my eye happened on the phone directory. It was the Yellow Pages, and I began to think how strange it was that the color yellow had been chosen. The song just grew from there." Chris also says that the whole process was completely random. Quote, "The song might just as well have been called Playboy. I just happened to look at the Yellow Pages instead." With an extra, here's Coldplay with that song from 2001, the one called Yellow.
Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you, and all the things that you do.
Number 4.
Now we're up to Coldplay, a band that refused all offers to use its music in commercials. They've gotten multi-million-dollar offers from Gatorade, Diet Coke, and Gap, and they've turned them all down. Leader Chris Martin says we wouldn't be able to live with ourselves if we sold our songs like that. Here's Coldplay, down a notch to number 4 with Viva La Vida.
I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing. I know St. Peter won't call my name. Never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world.
American Top 20.